Good afternoon and welcome to my Facebook Live this afternoon. My name's Jenny McCormack. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator and I'm based in the market town of Brackley. Just turn myself down. So yes, based in Brackley in the UK. So all week I've been focusing on some hidden gems in the catalogue, and I had a delivery yesterday. I've been waiting a little while for my deliveries to arrive, and the last of them came yesterday, which meant I was able to finish all my glass in a box preparation and also our Let's Get Creative preparation for next week. And all of those boxes are currently stacked up on my sofa. I will add a photo later on, but they're due to be sent out today and tomorrow. So I thought I deserved a treat. And one of the new products available is something that will be in the new annual catalogue in May. And it's called, better get the right name, Butterfly Bouquet. Hi Carol. And there are quite a few components of the suite. And oh hi Julie, snowy Ohio. Oh bless you. It's wet here, but certainly not cold and snowy. So this is a new collection of products that will be available in the annual catalogue. And what Stampin' Up have decided to do is demonstrators are allowed to order any part of this collection this month, being February, and then they're allowing customers to purchase this in March as a sort of preview of what's to come in the new catalogue. Now, if you wanted to, you could add this collection to your starter kit and join my team today or over the next week and get ahead of the game. And you also get a great deal on your starter kit, which I haven't talked about recently. And because it's celebration, it's a great time to join the team. The majority of my team people stay as part of the team because of the friendships and the fun and the inspiration that they get. Most people will join Stampin' Up in order to get the discount, because you do get a discount effectively from day one. And oh Julie, Carol's asking you what part of Ohio are you in. So you get a discount from day one, but more importantly it's the friendships and the inspiration and the support that we get both within our team, within the larger teams, and with Stampin' Up worldwide. That's what keeps most of our team together. So let me show you some of these components. Now I've literally opened the box and got these papers out, and that's all I've done. So I just want to talk you through the components and have a quick go. Oh, hi Minda. Happy Aloha Friday to you too. Just have a quick go with this and create a card. So it's a beautiful set of papers. I was trying to see what the colours are. If I can find the card in the papers, I could tell you what the colours are. But I can't. Oh, yes, here it is. So the colours for this paper, which is 6 by 6 as you can see, and there's 48 sheets. So the main colours are Bermuda Bay, Blushing Bride, Calypso Coral, Just Jade, and here Magenta Madness, Mango Melody, Mint Macaron, Misty Moonlight, Poppy Parade, So Saffron, and Basic White. So plenty of colours to match up to. Let me just show you the papers. So these papers are $10.75 for a pack of 48 sheets, and you get there's 6 different designs, and you obviously get 8 of each design. The cat's coming to join us. We just need to lift him out. So let me show you the papers. So we have this one here, and I do like this watercolour effect in the background, and you'll see that theme go right the way through. So this one here, and then Bermuda Bay pattern on the reverse. Then we have all of these butterflies, and these butterflies are a miniature version of this sheet here. Okay, so it's the same design but a miniature version of it. So we have these ones here, and this watercolour ink effect on the reverse. Then we have the yellow butterflies on the watercolour background, and the reverse of that is Calypso Coral, I think. Then we have a rainbow of butterflies and this lovely background. So this is going to be perfect for stamping butterflies on and not having to do any colouring at all. Then we've got this one here with the two colours of butterflies, and this one here. This almost looks like a camouflage piece of paper. And then these large butterflies here, and then that lovely, again, that watercolour effect on the reverse. So some fantastic papers. So say 48 sheets, and they're just beautiful if you like butterflies. Now if you don't like butterflies, I can honestly say this suite won't be for you. Okay, in addition to these papers, we have this paper here too, and this is called Natural Touch paper, and it's a wood grain paper, and it's got a satin finish with an inbuilt wood grain effect. Now I don't think that you will see that grain in this light because I've got the lights on. You can see the satin sheen, but I'm not sure that you'll see the detail of the grain. But this is fabulous backing, great for men's cards, of course, masculine cards, and obviously also as a background for the butterflies. Okay, so what else do we have? We have a stamp set featuring these fabulous butterflies, and if you look at this one sheet of paper, let me just grab it for you, this one here, you'll notice that these butterflies here actually match the stamps. This image here is actually at 85%, so this is the actual size of the stamps themselves. And these stamps are red rubber, and they have a lot of inbuilt shading in them. But what's really clever about this is that this is one single stamp. So if you wanted butterflies in the background in just like a pale grey or something, just one single stamp to stamp them all out. Now you also have these little pieces here that obviously come out from the gaps between the butterflies, and you want to keep those. You won't want to throw those away because there's another use for those. If you're a demonstrator, you probably will have already seen this, but we're going to keep those for something else. But basically it's a single stamp, and my recommendation would be to use this in the Stamparatus, or to use the very large block that we have. Okay, now I've got, although I have chubby hands, they are quite small, so I find holding a big block like that quite unwieldy. So I'm going to use this in my Stamparatus. So that is the stamps, and to go with that we have the dies. Now the dies are very clever. Now what I like about the stamps is this is £16, so I think that's a really good value stamp set. It's one big stamp with these extra pieces. Even if you love butterflies, even if you just bought the stamp, I think you get a lot of fun out of that. And obviously you could fussy cut individual butterflies. You could, if you wanted, cut these apart and have them as individual stamps as well, if you wanted to. But what is really clever, if I can just get these stamps out, the dies out, is that in with the dies we have this outline, and if I can just separate it, and it's always quite difficult getting it off the backing for the first time. You always think you're going to break it. I haven't broken one yet though. There we go. So what's interesting is that that die cuts out all of those butterflies in one go. Oh, hi Tracy, sorry I didn't see you hop on. So you can stamp the butterflies, and then with a single run through of the die cutting machine you can cut all of those out in one go. So that to me is a real time saver, because if you had to line up these individually, although you could do, you know, multiples of this one, that would be great, you will have to line them up each one individually. This way you get to cut out 6 butterflies in one go. So I will show you that. Now something else that's really clever about that is if you take that same die and you take it to the papers, guess what? Those papers match the die and the stamps perfectly, so that when you run this through the die cutting machine you will get the individual butterflies cut there, leaving you with these edges which are perfect for doing around the edge of your card, for example. So I think that is particularly clever. Now it's a bit like the Many Messages die and stamp set. Excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. Or not, excuse me. Chew! Beg your pardon, let's move that out of the light. So this will cut that out in one go. So that is one die, and the dies are available separately. So you could buy the papers and the dies, for example, or you can buy them as a bundle, saving 10%. But with those dies you also get some outline butterflies here and here that match the papers. You get this little bit of brickwork and some crisscross and some little dots, as well as a detailed butterfly. And this detailed butterfly, if I can just peel this one off, will actually match this butterfly on your paper. Okay, now I will be doing some work with this, and I have absolutely no doubt that I will issue this as a class in a box as well, because even if you don't have the dies you can cut out all the papers, butterflies from the papers. So there's that one there. So not only that, but in the die set you also get the detailed dies for the corresponding butterflies. Okay, so if I just peel this off, so this means you can cut out a detailed butterfly out of a single colour of card and layer it with the printed butterfly. How clever is that? So I'm just going to pop these on here to familiarise myself with them. So there's this pointed one here and this rounded one here, and then finally there's this one here. So you've got an individual, I'm just going to fold that over because that will drive me mad otherwise, an individual detailed die as well as the outline die. So let's have a little play with that. And these two, cut out some of the other butterflies in the papers as well. Trying to see if I can see which one it is, but I can't for the minute. Okay, so I'm going to do two things. I'm going to take two of these sheets of paper. One I'm going to cut out like that, and then I'm going to place these dies and cut these out separately and just make a really quick card with these. Now with this set there's no sentiments, okay, it's just pure butterflies from start to finish. Okay, so let's run this through the die cutting machine, which I haven't quite got ready. Here we go. I might just put this off to the side. So I hope everybody has had a good week this week. I feel for our American friends who are struggling with that bizarre weather that you're having out there. It's just most peculiar, isn't it? Extra snow and then snow where you're not expecting it, and the storms and everything. So really feel for you, and obviously feel for anybody who's still isolated with this whole COVID malarkey. So I'm just going to open up my die cutting machine. So I know you can't really see that, just take it off so you can see it. I've just taken the designer paper, positioned my die on it, and then just moved it. I do need to replace some of these cutting plates because they're a bit misshapen, shall we say. Okay, so I'm just going to pop that through and hopefully not, oops, try not to knock the camera again. There we go. Do with it not on the paper. There we are. So that has cut out those beautiful butterflies. So it's left these as an edge, so don't throw those away because you can use those around the edge of your paper, and it's cut those butterflies out beautifully. Like so. They do have a white border around them. Okay, so that's those. And let's do, I won't do all of these, let's just do a couple of these detailed ones at the same time. Let's find a sheet of paper. This is a bit of magenta madness, and I'll just put a couple on there. Try that large one as well, like so. I know that's not very economical of where I'm cutting it, but I'm allowed to do that for demonstration purposes. Okay, just going to run those through. Look at those, how fabulous is that? So there's one, there's the other. Let's pop that out, move these out of the way. So obviously with this one you may need to poke out some of the elements here. Okay, just to get the detail of it. So I'll just do one that you can see. And they're coming out really easily. And that was just one run through. So obviously if you run it there and back, you'd probably have less to actually poke out. I'm not taking the antenna with me. There we go. And obviously you can also stamp and die cut all of the butterflies in one go as well. So I just wanted to treat myself to something a bit different for today's live. There we go. Just move these bits out of the way. Voila. So there we go. And obviously these could be layered straight onto, I know this is the wrong colour, but you could layer that straight onto there like that and have that showing the actual butterfly underneath. So I think those are fabulous. So let's make a card using some of these butterflies. And what I want to use is the back of one of these papers, and I rather like this one. I mean, they're all really beautiful, aren't they? The one on the back of here is this one there, which is probably my favourite backing and my favourite front. Never mind. So all I'm going to do is cut this down to fit a card. Hi Lynn, lovely to see you join us. I hope you're feeling okay. I'm going to put some backing on here. So that's one layer. Just trim this bottom bit off here. So this is going to be 13.85, like so. And then I'm going to put that on. I'm tempted to put it onto black and then onto white, but I might do grey and then white. Let me have a quick look, see what you think. Oh, I picked up a piece that's got it's got a hole in it. That's no good. That's no good to man the beast. There we are. Okay, let's just score this one. So 10.5. Like that. And then let's have a look at the layers. So I don't like that at all, I've decided. So here's the black layer, like so. Now I'm not going to use all of these. I think I'm going to pick out these yellowy orange ones, like so. Because then you could use these ones. This one would work as well. But I just like that setup, and I think I'm going to stick with the black. I could take Calypso Coral, I suppose, but I'm just going to go for ease with the black. So everybody's very quiet this afternoon. Not quite sure why that is. So cutting this at 10 centimetres and 14.35. Tracy, I wonder if your butterflies have arrived. I'm pretty sure you said you'd ordered those. Okay, so my layout's going to be really simple. This one and this one, like so. Let me just stick those layers together. Oh, it's all so pretty, that's the problem. But you do get 8 sheets of each. So it's, you know, it's going to go a long way. You could almost sort of turn 4 of the sheets around so that you don't look on the backs. Oh, stamp set on back order. Yes, I'm not surprised. I think it's been very, very popular. And that is one of the benefits of being a demonstrator, is that you get to pre-order items from new catalogues. Plus you get to see the new catalogues a month before they are released. So we're very lucky indeed. And then Stampin' Up have released these early. And I think we all need a bit of some butterflies to brighten our day. Okay, I will give you the full prices shortly. Obviously these are UK prices. So there we have our lovely background, and that background would do for lots of different cards, floral or men's cards, all sorts of things. And then we've got our 3 butterflies. Oh, hi Yuta, thanks for joining us. So I've cut out the butterflies with our die. So I use a single die on the piece of paper, this one here, and that's cut out 6 butterflies, like so. And I've also had a go at cutting out some of the detailed ones that obviously you can use to match. Obviously this is not the right colour. And so I'm just going to work out how I'm going to have these. And I think I'm going to go for that with a happy birthday in the bottom. So you can stick them flat, or you can use a bone folder to soften it, like so, and bend this up. Like so, if you wish. Now just knock something off. And yes, it is a die. So pick that up now before I lose it. For those of you that know me well, you know I am always losing dies and stamps. It's the story of my life, it is. Okay, so 1, 2 and 3. Like so. And I want a thank you or a birthday or something. It could be a thank you. So I think this thank you is too big. That's what I was hoping to use. But I have an alternative plan. I just need to find it. So I've got Peaceful Moments here. So maybe I'll make it a happy birthday card. Let me have a look and see. Like so. That will do. And I will stamp it in black because I've got a black edge. I don't normally stamp in black, as you know. I'm also going to use some black dots, I think, for my bling. So I have Memento ink, which should do the job. Oh, thank you, Tracy. Tracy's on the ball. So the papers are £10.75. The Natural Touch paper, which is the wood grain one, is £4.75. The stamp set on its own is 16 and the dies are 41. But if you buy them as a bundle, they're £51.25. And then you can buy the whole collection, which includes the papers, both sets of papers, the stamps, the dies, for £66.75. Now I would say that these papers are only available while stocks last, so these butterfly papers won't be in the new annual catalogue. Okay, so let's pop these down. Just going to use, whoops, a bit of seal in the centre. I rather like this corner, so I don't want to cover that corner up. There we go. Sorry, I'm being slightly indecisive today. Just roll that on a little. There we go. So they're just beautiful images. So, and then this one here. So I'm hoping you can see that okay. Voila. Oops, like so. And obviously this is going to fold down a little bit when they're in the envelope. And then adding a little bit of bling. And I'm hoping that I have our new black dots. So I have my sequins, which I've been using a lot of this week, but I do have some black ones as well, and champagne. They would also look nice. Here are the black ones. So they're called matte black dots. Bless you, Yuta. So Yuta said that she regrets saying to her husband, "Go look for the shed for the garden," because she'd much rather order some product instead. So these are matte black dots. These are some of our Artistry Blooms sequins. So I've got 5 different colours, and I've got champagne. So which do you think would be the best combinations for our card? What do you think? See, they all go. This has got the yellow and the orange. Right, I've ruled out the champagne. So it's black or the coloured ones. Any suggestions? Right, let's start with these. One, this is Calypso sort of colour up here. Oh, colour, good, well done everybody. Just as well, because I've started to put them down now, isn't it really? I think the black would have worked as well, but I do like the coloured ones. So there we go, a really easy card. Appreciate that I've used the die cutting machine, but you could just take that same sheet of paper and manually cut round them. I know the antenna would be a little bit more fiddly, but you could get a similar effect. And then don't forget on the edges not to throw them away, because on the inside you could attach a couple of the butterflies going off the paper. If I could see my piece of paper that I've just cut them out from, I will show you. Here they are. So what you could easily do is, if I just cut that one out, for example, so don't ever throw these away. Plus you've got the background you could stamp onto anyway, but I can just literally go around the edge here. And it doesn't matter that they're not complete. I'm just going to come back with that antenna in a second, like so. There we go. Let's just do that little bit round there. There we go. Now if this was me normally, I'd cut those antennae off. I really would. But there we go. Like so. And then what you can do is put that on the inside like that. So even though it's not a complete butterfly, you could put that, and you could do that, obviously it depends on where the cut is. You could do one at the top, one at the bottom. So let's pop this one at the bottom. A bit of something attached to it, that's why. And let's just add a little bit of glue. Oops. Like so. There we are. And then you could do the same with another one. You can have this one here at the top, or this one here. You know, just look obviously about where it's going to go on your card, but definitely don't throw those away. Use those edges, or cut it as a strip and use that beautiful colour as a strip for a sentiment or inside of your card, like so. So there we go, a little sneak peek. So as I say, if you're a demonstrator, you can order this already. Sorry, move that down a little bit. If you would love to join my team, and we'd love to have you join us if you're based in the UK, then you can have this as your starter kit. So you can have the whole collection and still have another £65 to spend, as well as the collection, another £65 worth of product you can order, and it'll only cost you £99. So if that is of interest, then do message me. Plus you get an extra 200 sheets of designer paper, 6x6 designer paper, if you join before the end of February in our celebration. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you, Yuta. Thank you, Tracy. So thanks for joining me today. This will be uploaded to Facebook, and you'll be seeing a lot of these samples coming out from all of the demonstrators, I'm sure. So it is called Butterfly Brilliance is the stamp set, and Butterfly Bouquet, I want to say. Yeah, Butterfly Bouquet is the actual sort of suite that goes together. There's some samples here. If you want a copy of this, I can send you a PDF copy, and that's got the details of the stamp set, the dies, the 2 types of paper, and the collection, and obviously the die cutting machine. I appreciate you can't see that in any detail, but if you'd like that information, just let me know. Okay, and that's all for today. Obviously you could add a wink of Stella or some glitter. You could do a little bit of gold leafing on there, all sorts of things you can do to step this up. I've got my class in a box, which is the Hydrangea Hill, which is our carried forward January class. That's tomorrow between 2 and 4. So if you've ordered that, you should have your kit already. If you're local, I'm delivering the last of the kits this evening. And then on Sunday I have my open craft and chat session, which is on Zoom, but the link is here in Gemini Crafts Facebook group. And then next weekend we have our Let's Get Creative event, which is our all-day craft event that I run with 2 other demonstrators. And I'll also be releasing just in time our February class in a box. So I hope you're able to join me for some of those. If not, I'll be back on Facebook on Monday at 10 AM. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen. If you have any questions or any queries, please don't hesitate just to comment or message or email me, jenny@geminicrafts.co.uk. Thank you so much. Take care now. Have a good weekend. Stay safe. Look after each other. Bye-bye.